Hey KAYPHORIA Crew, and how are you today? What's going on? So I wanted to come on here and give you guys like basically a blueprint on 5 steps for aspiring fashion designers. I get a lot of questions about like how I did things in the industry, how I made it, how I started doing things. So I'm just gonna like come on here and give you guys some ideas and basically some tips to just get you guys started and break the ice and just like really put your foot in the door and get you guys in the direction on where you want to go, but in your own unique way. So I made like notes. Number one is to define your unique brand identity. One of the first things that you should do is define your brand identity. So it means knowing exactly who you are as a designer, knowing who you are as a creative. You know, what is establishing yourself to make yourself different from everyone else on that platform? For example, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, even Pinterest. I can tell you from my journey with KAYPHORIA X, it was really essential. I wanted to do like body positivity, confidence, self-expression through creativity, but in my own style. And my style, I have so many different versions of it. So I wanted to bring it and tie it all into one. So ask yourself, what makes you unique? What values are you bringing into the fashion world? When you have a clear identity, it really sets you aside and it guides you in the direction, in the steps that you want to take and what you're going to do in the fashion industry. Number two, master the basics, then innovate, right? So let's talk about skills. What skills do you have? Are your skills product development? Are your skills sewing, pattern making, crochet? Like, what can you do right now? So one thing I will say, it's a lot. It's a lot. Before I started in my fashion journey, I only knew how to sketch. I knew what I wanted to create, and I basically put all of that on paper. So that was a good step in my journey, but what I did do to innovate that is I started opening up. I started looking into how I can really look into background on opening up about lingerie and couture. That's what it's centered around. That's what my brand is centered around. To have a deep dive into the technical details of things. Because it's a solid foundation, I can now create more of a complex of things. So get comfortable with the basics first on what you know, and then go all the way in it and start learning more, start building on the basics that you know, because then it'll be a strong foundation for your brand. You can start adding your own unique twists to different things. And what I started to do is I actually got an online course. I bought a annual online course for the University of Fashion. I started learning different things like the business of fashion. I started learning things like draping, and it goes from basics to moderate to advanced. Everything that you want to learn within the term of fashion is gonna be on the University of Fashion. And I believe the course is about, I think, $220 around there. It's pretty good for a year. Like, it's pretty good for an annual subscription if you want to learn a lot of basics on fashion. They even have marketing on there. There's so much to learn on there, but that's a whole nother video. Okay, number three, build a strong network in the fashion industry. I went to 30 Under 30. I got invited and I went and I was able to gain a lot of information. There was a panel that was giving us an insight on how you should go around navigating your brand. 30% should be in person and 70% of it should be online, or you can do it vice versa. You have to have a presence in person so you can physically talk to people about your brand. You have to talk to people about your brand. If you're selling something online, whatever you are selling online, you have got to go to conferences, you have got to go to pop-up shops, you have got to go to anything that aligns with your brand. You need to be there, or try to at least make it, look up different things, look up different local events that you can go to so you can talk about your brand more, because that's going to get you very far. So try to become a part of more volunteer work for Fashion Week, for example. If you want to be more in Paris, try to look up more volunteer works in Paris. LinkedIn is going to be your best friend. Mind you, let me say it again. LinkedIn is going to be your best friend. Look up the brand on LinkedIn and then look up the people that are working for that brand. See what their job title is. Reach out to them. The worst that they can say is no. You're going to get so many no's, but you just need that one yes to start building your portfolio, to put yourself out there, especially if you haven't gone to school for fashion. Build a strong network in the fashion industry. Networking is one of the best things that you can do in fashion. I know it can feel awkward at first, but building connections will open up many doors for you. For example, like I had incredible opportunities with collaborating with other designers and connecting at events. So don't be afraid to reach out to different fashion shows, like I said, or even DM someone that you admire. You know, the worst thing that they can say, like I said, is no. But what's even worse is for you to not open your mouth to do that. So be authentic, be yourself, and remember that every connection is an opportunity to learn and grow from that. Number 4, embrace a social media content creation vibrance about yourself. Like, I'm just now starting to get back into social media again. There's different levels and different waves of life, like I understand, but when you are consistent, mwah, 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 honey, no one is going to bring you down when you are consistent. I promise you, when you are creative, when you found your identity and your authentic self, and no one can take that away from you, and you are confident within yourself, and you're styling, you're designing, and you're showing everything that you are creating online, that is so motivational. There's so many people in this world that wants to see that. So trust me, do it, because I had so much content and I was showing people my content and they were like, oh my gosh, like that's actually really cool. And I'm just like, I need to post more. So just try. If you're not on social media yet, it's time to get on board. Social media isn't about posting pretty pictures. It's to build a brand, to reach people who love your work. I manage myself as a fashion influencer. I manage myself, and it's given me the power to shape my brand's image. Whether it's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, it starts showing through my designs. So share the behind the scenes, connect with your followers. Social media is literally your personal stage. One of the most powerful tools you can have as a designer or a content creator or a stylist, literally it could be anything in the fashion industry, that is going to be your holy grail. Number 5, adapt, learn, and stay resilient. Okay? Fashion is tough. I am not going to lie to you. I'm not going to say that it's easy. I'm not going to say that it's easy at all, because it's not. Fashion is really hard. There's ups and downs, trust me. But I've had my fair share of both. The key is to stay resilient, to keep learning, to not let your guard feel taken down or shattered. You know, to adapt to things that don't go as planned, because every fashion show, every runway show, like there's going to be different collaborations that you're going to be a part of. There's going to be things that just don't work out. I've been balancing my role as a designer and a flight attendant. So trust me, there's been days it hasn't always been easy, you know, but every challenge has taught me something valuable. So don't get discouraged if like things don't go your way, things don't go perfectly at first, but just keep pushing, keep creating, be consistent, and remember that each setback is a step forward to your success. And, you know, just don't give up. You guys know that you want to pursue fashion. Consistency, honestly, is key. Whenever I heard someone say that consistency is key, I'm like, okay, like consistency is key. But truly, consistency towards your passion, towards your mission. Know what you want, know your why. And then your why will never change. Your ideas will always change, but your why will stay the same. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and definitely give this video a like, a thumbs up, and definitely comment and subscribe to my channel. I'm definitely gonna have more videos on you know, about the fashion industry, behind the scenes, tips and tricks and all that good jazz. So definitely come back next week, and I hope you have a very positive day. I'm talking